All right. So thank you for joining the today's demo organized by Ellipse Education. So let's start the demo. So before starting the demo, let me introduce myself. I am Abhishek Agarwal. I am Microsoft certified Azure data engineer. I have total 8 years of Azure data engineering experience. I have done my graduation from NIT Raipur in 2016, and 1 year I have worked in data science and data analysis field. And since then I'm working in data engineering field from past 8 years, and I have delivered like more than 20 to 25 projects, data migration projects, and then migration from Hadoop cluster to Spark cluster. And then currently I'm working in Aldi Sud in Germany as your data engineer. So this is a brief summary about me. So I have started the teaching journey during the COVID, right? So like I thought of taking few students because I was working from home, so I have some free time to utilize. So I started this training journey back in like in COVID during coronavirus time, and since then I have trained more than like 400 to 500 people in this Azure data engineering field. I take few students, I help them, I groom them, I help them till the time they get a job. And I basically I'm working in Aldi as a data engineer, so I try to give the experience in the current company, in the past company in which I have worked. So I try to give them the experience, the real time experience, the projects which I have done. So during the training, I try my best to teach what I know, right? So I in all the course curriculum, I teach the projects which I have actually done in the company. So this is a brief summary about me. All right. So before starting the demo, I was going through the general question which people have, right? So somebody have written like, what's my total experience in Azure data engineering? So I will just try to show you. So this is my LinkedIn profile, right? So I basically started my journey after my graduation. I have started my journey from EI labs. I have worked in data analysis and data science field, and then I moved my profile into the data engineering. And since then, I'm working in this particular data engineering field from past 8 years, right? I'm working in a data engineering field. This is a brief summary about me. And like after working in Smith detection, I was like during the COVID in 2021 and 22. This is a COVID duration. And in those duration of time, I thought of moving my profile and wanted to go abroad. So I started applying in European country, in some Dubai, in Singapore, in those countries. And I was able to grab a job in Germany directly from India, right? So I'm currently working in Germany as Azure Data Engineering Altitude. This is a brief summary about me. And like follow me on LinkedIn. I post useful content over here, a technical content which might be useful for you. So follow me on LinkedIn, check out my LinkedIn profile, know more about me through my projects in the LinkedIn, right? So this is a brief summary about me. And if you guys haven't checked out the website, you can check out the website. This is our website in which you can understand the different course curriculum we offer, like a data engineering course curriculum, the Databricks and Spark course curriculum, the combined course curriculum of Azure Data Engineering and Spark course curriculum, right? And then we are planning to launch a AWS Data Engineering course curriculum, so you can check out all the course curriculum. And also we offer the recorded material of. So this is the live classes, and we also offer the recordings of all the live classes, which you can also check out over here, right? And then, yeah, so go through the website, check out my LinkedIn profile to know more about my profile and to know more about the course curriculum we offer, right? So this is a brief summary about me. All right. So before coming to the demo, I was trying to go through the general question which people have. And then I was writing all the questions so that after the demo, it should be very, very clear to all of you that what like all the general questions should be very clear, right? So I was trying to write down all the questions. So these are the general questions which people have, right? So they wanted to know what is data engineering, why Spark, why Databricks, how much, how we can switch to data engineering. These are the general question which people have, and then sometimes people have a question related to like if I am a fresher, how I can switch. If I have a career gap, how I can switch. If I am a experienced guy, like 5 to 10 years of experience or more than 10 years of experience, how I can switch. And then if I am eligible for the course as well, sometimes people are confused that, hey, I am from Power BI background, or if I am from like Informatica background, I am a database admin, I am from a support guy, I am from sales and marketing background. What is my like course curriculum, or what is the career path I should follow, right? So these are the general question which people have. And then sometimes there's a question related to coding, how much coding is required, Python is required or not, SQL is required or not, how much we should learn SQL and Python. And then sometimes there's a question that, hey, how we will practice, how we will do the live project, how we can show the experience in the resume, how we'll approach the interview, how we'll handle the scenario based question, right? And then sometimes like related to the LMS or related to the course curriculum, people have the question related to the recordings and those things, right? So I have tried to note down all the questions which people have, and after the demo, the each and every question, the general question. So I am taking this demo probably like uh, more than 30 to 35th time. This is the I am taking this demo, so I already know what are the question which might all of you guys have, right? But if I have missed any question which probably you feel that it should be there, you can probably like ping on the chat, right? And then the question will be anyways answered. And then during the demo, if my voice is not clear, or like my screen is not visible, you can also type in the chat. Okay. All right. So the all the questions can be divided into three parts, like why, what, and how. Right. So these are the three parts. Like all the questions can be answered. So I have tried to note down all the question over here. Let me open it. Okay, so I have tried to note down all the questions over here, right? So in the workshop slide. So if we go into this particular order, the all question will be answered, like why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure, why and what of data engineering, why and what of Databricks and Spark, what are the tools you should learn, coding is required or not, who can learn, a roadmap, courses and projects, recording experience to show. So we will follow this particular path. And when we follow this path, all the questions will be answered. I will take care of all the questions. And then during the demo, I will also give you the chance so that you guys can also ask questions. Okay. And please stick till the end of the demo so that you also know about the course offers which we are giving, right? So there is a certain price of the each and every course. So here you can check out the price, right? But after the demo, like in the end of the demo, we'll also give you the offers, and then I will also explain how you can, like, what are certification you can do, what are the salary range which you can expect worldwide, like beside India, what is the salary range which you can expect Europe, in US, in other countries. So I will also talk about it. So please stick till the end of the demos to know about the offers and everything. Okay. All right, guys. So let's start. So first of all, I will talk about why cloud, what is cloud, why particularly Azure. Then I will talk about why and what of data engineering. Then I will talk about why and what is Spark, right? So these are the general topics which I will touch, right? And then I will talk about like Databricks, Spark, and then how much coding is required, right? So this I will touch upon all the topic one by one, and then we'll take a Q&A session. So if you have any doubt, you can ask doubt after that. And please ask doubt related to whatever I have covered. And if you have any question related to like what are the projects and all of that, please wait for some time because it will come, right? So I will first touch upon all of this topic and then we'll make it quick. And then we'll understand each and everything one by one. Okay. All right. So let's start. So first of all, we will understand why cloud, what is cloud, why particularly Azure. Let's understand that first. Okay. All right. So why cloud? So I will open a simple slide to explain that. All right. So, what is the difference between a cloud and so let's understand each and every difference with very simple example. So, um, in 2015 or 16, I used to use this pen drive, CDs, DVDs, all of that I used to use, right? But I don't use them. Why I don't use them? Because um, I can basically watch all the movies and everything in different subscription which I have, like Netflix, Hotstar, and all of that, right? And at the same time, I whenever I want to share the photos which I used to save in my pen drive, I basically save them in Google Drive. Why? Because it's easy to share. Like I can easily share with anyone. If my storage is full, if the pen drive is full, previously I need to go to the market, purchase a new pen drive. If the pen drive is corrupted, I need to take care of it. But I don't want to do that, right? I can just upload the photos in Google Drive and all of that, and then I can just upgrade my storage if I want. And then it's safe as well, right? It will be taken care by cloud service provider. So because of all of these advantages, every individual is nowadays using a cloud product offered by different cloud company, right? Some people are using a Dropbox, some people are using a Google Drive, some people are using different cloud services to store uh, their photos, their all the different things which they have, right? They are using a cloud product. So similar to that, every company is using a cloud product because of this advantages. So everything will be handled by a cloud service provider. Data loss and recovery will be handled by a cloud service provider. Upgrade is very easy to collaborate, easy to implement, all of that, right? So these are the different advantages of the cloud. That is why cloud is important. Okay. Now, what is cloud? Cloud is basically nothing but you're not accessing your computer, you're accessing someone else's computer. Okay, that's all. And you're paying for it. Just like you used to go to the internet cafe in the past and then paying 20 rupees an hour, for example, and then using a computer. Similar to that, here also you are using a computer on a subscription basis, right? So cloud is nothing but your practice of using a network of remote server hosted on internet to manage, process, and to store, manage, and process data rather than your local computer, right? On demand, pay as you go. Then they have we have a different cloud service, cloud provider in the market: Amazon, Microsoft, Alibaba, VMware. So this is about the cloud computing and why cloud. Okay. Now we will understand why and what of Azure. Okay. So now you understood why cloud, right? And you also understood the difference between the different cloud. Now let's understand why particularly Azure, right? Why we should focus and learn only Azure, right? So see, here I am a bit biased. Why? Because I am in this particular cloud field from past 8 years and I am working only and only in Azure cloud. Okay. Now, when I'm working in this Azure cloud, I haven't faced any challenges. Like there is always a challenge when you switch job, but you will only and only get a job if you get an interview call, right? So I wanted to, as I told you that I switched multiple job in India 4 to 5 times, and every time I was able to get an interview call, right? No matter so I'm switching my job in 10 to 20 LPA or 20 to 30 LPA, I was able to get an interview call. And at the same time, when I wanted to go abroad, right? When I wanted to go abroad, I was getting an interview call from different countries as well, right? So that I can give the interview and then crack a job, right? So it's like in Azure, I haven't faced any challenges to switch, right? So first reason is that, and second reason is like when you, I was speaking to one of my friend who is working in Amazon, and then he was also saying that like Amazon is building everything in house, right? So they don't use like a product from Microsoft because Amazon is anyways a big giant, so they build everything in house. But Amazon also uses some sort of services offered by Microsoft because Microsoft has a very good corporate products. Like for example, they have Excel, for example, right? Excel is very good product and it cannot be replaced so easily, right? So they try to build everything in house, but every company uses a Microsoft product. That is why it's very easy for Microsoft to market Azure because of the corporate penetration. And at the same time, Microsoft is heavily investing in OpenAI, which also makes Microsoft a very big Azure has a edge. I feel Azure has a hedge, right? But every cloud is good, to be very honest, right? So every cloud is good, but Azure has an edge because of this advantage which I have told you, and then I have many slides to prove that at the same time. Like they're heavily investing in open AI, and it has a good salary range to offer, and then it has a like a good market share as well, right? So uh, that is why Azure, I feel we Azure has a hedge, and then we can go with Azure. Okay, all right. So we touched upon why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure. Okay, all right. Now we will touch upon why and what of data engineering, right? So you should also understand why and what of data engineering. Okay, so let's touch upon that topic. Okay, now. So sometimes there is also confusion that, hey Abhishek, uh, I want to switch to data engineering, right? How I can switch to data engineering? What are the like what is data engineering? First of all, people are confused about data engineering. Yesterday I was taking a demo, and then somebody was saying that, Abhishek, I should like learn CI/CD pipeline. Will you cover CI/CD pipeline? And there are many like course curriculum in the market in which they will say that I will teach you CI/CD pipeline, and then they take one or two classes, and then they say that yeah, you learned CI/CD pipeline. CI/CD pipeline, and then sometimes there's also confusion that hey, whether I should go for machine learning. Like people are not clear about what is data engineering and what you should learn in data engineering. It's not so clear. So I will try to understand. I will try to basically give you an example so that it's very very clear for you what is data engineering, and then you're focused in learning that instead of hopping around the technology and tools which you shouldn't learn, right, when you're beginning, when you want to learn data engineering. Okay, so I will also again make it very quick so that it's very very clear for you everyone, for everyone, right? So first of all, what is data engineering? Let's understand that, and let's understand it with a very simple example. Okay, so suppose I want to open a retail store in Balandur, for example. Like I want to open a retail store in Bangalore at different places. So suppose I want to open a retail store in Balandur. I want to like I have I choose 3 to 4 places like in Balandur, in HSR layout, in Whitefield. Um, and yeah, so I want to suppose open the retail store in three places. Okay. Now, once I open the retail store, I want to also understand how business is performing, right? I want to understand what is the gross sales, what is basically which product we are selling more, what is the product of the day, what is the who is the employee of the day, business unit of the day, right? And then what is the gross sales? I want to understand all of this. So I told my area manager, and then I told my store manager to upload Excel sheet to understand all of this on day-to-day manner, right? So they daily they are uploading, but sometimes they miss on it, right? Because all human uh, things are always prone to error, right? Like a manual effort is always prone to error because sometimes they can miss, sometimes they are sick, and also at the same time I need to come and then collate all the Excel file which they are sending, right? It's also making my life difficult. So what I want a solution for it. I want a solution in which I open a particular dashboard in the morning and everything I have, right? So I reached out to data engineers and data analysts to help me to do that, right? And I told them that hey, can you just try help me to move all of the data to the cloud, because cloud is a secure place because of all of this advantage which we spoke. And at the same time I want to aggregate all the data. So can you help me with the dashboarding as well at the same time, so that I have a dashboard and then everything is automated. So data engineer said that yes, I can do. I can basically pick the data from one place, which is all of their computer, and then upload it to the cloud storage. So this is the extraction part, taking the data from the source, loading it to the cloud storage, right? This is the extraction part. And then doing the transformation, collating all the data is the transformation part, right? And then doing the dashboarding, right? So I told that, like I told the person, or I told like retail store manager that hey, I can help you with everything, and then I can basically make a pipeline which can basically load the data to the cloud, do the transformation, do the aggregation. But for the dashboarding part, you need to reach out to data analyst. So he said that yeah, I will reach out to data analyst, and then I helped him to make a extract, transform and load pipeline, a ETL pipeline. That is what the data engineering is, right? Extract, transform and load pipeline, making like making data ready for data analyst. And then I told him that once the data is ready, you can reach out to someone for the data, someone from the Power BI, which is a data analyst, to make your dashboard, right? So this is what the data engineering is: extract, transform, and load in very very simple terms. Okay. So what is data engineering? Data engineering is basically finding the right data for data analysts and data scientists, developing a ETL pipeline, building a data marts, like how the data is connected, how the sales data is connected, like what is the primary key foreign key relationship, monitoring the pipeline, how the pipeline is functioning, mentioning or checking the data quality, checking the code quality, right? Optimizing the cost, enhancing the data pipeline for the data efficiency, right? It's cost efficient. The data governance is giving in a proper manner. Suppose it's contain the sensitive data, so it shouldn't be accessed by everyone, right? And then documenting everything, right? What is not data engineering? Building and deploying ML model, building reports, Power BI, CI/CD pipeline, front end applications, building infrastructure security, making architecture, talking about networking security, right? um, and then doing the web development. All of that is not data engineering. So if you want to learn data engineering, you shouldn't focus on all of this, right? Company, sometimes people will come in the company and in the job description they will basically write CI/CD pipeline, they will write reports, they will write Power BI, right? But you shouldn't start learning with that, right? It can give you the edge, but you shouldn't start learning with this first, okay? All right, and also all of this requires a separate learning, separate classes, right? So suppose if you are data engineer, you if you want to learn Power BI, you need a separate class, right? It's not like in one two class you can understand Power BI or CI/CD pipeline, because that is a job of a data analyst, and also CI/CD pipeline job of a DevOps engineer. Okay. All right, guys. So this is what the data engineering is, right? Building a ETL pipeline, and this is not the data engineering. It should be very very clear what to learn, okay? And then during the course curriculum we will talk about, and I will help you to understand what is data engineering, and then we'll understand each and every topic which is written here, right? All right, so this is what the data engineering is. All right, now after data engineering, why and what of data engineering, we'll hop up, we'll understand very quick what is Databricks and Spark, and then what are the different tools, right? We'll understand that. So now, as I told that, for every for like data is increasing day by day, right? So data is basically like every company has a huge amount of data nowadays, and then every company wants to basically use the data for increasing the, like, to making right decision in the business, right? Uh, and then like helping business to grow, right? So they want to use the past data to basically analyze the data, and then do the predictive and descriptive analytics on top of a data, and then like then helping business to grow, right? So this is what every company wants nowadays, okay? So now, if you have the big amount of data, if you have big amount of data, then the basically when you have big amount of data, you need some sort of a processing framework, right, to process your data, right? So now here comes the Spark, and here comes the Databricks. Okay, so let me open the definition of Spark. When you have big amount of data, so suppose if I have like a big amount of data, right, I can basically process data either in SQL, right? So the people who do know SQL can probably understand, we can just write the queries in SQL and then process the data, right? Or I can like do the transformation using Excel, right? But it's not so easy and then friendly to do all the transformation in Excel if you have very very big amount of data, right? So you can probably upload the data to the SQL servers and then do the processing. But it becomes challenging when you have big amount of data using a SQL, right? So guys, somebody saying, will you share the PPT after the demo? No, I will not share the PPT after the demo. Everything whatever I am showing during the demo, right? Everything is available in my LinkedIn profile. So go check out my LinkedIn profile. You'll find each and every PPT which I'm sharing during the demo in my LinkedIn profile. You can get it everything. Okay. So please check out my LinkedIn profile. You will get everything for free over there, right? All right. So let's start with learning what is Apache Spark. Okay. So Apache Spark is basically an open source unified analytics engine for large scale data processing. Okay. So Apache Spark is basically made for large scale data processing. When you have big amount of data, you can use Spark and then do the processing, right? And how it is different from SQL? It's basically does a parallel processing, data parallelism and fault tolerance is written here, right? So it basically does the parallel processing. What does it mean? It uses different machines to do the processing. Suppose if I have my own computer, right? And if I use SQL Server, your processing happen in single machine. Suppose my computer, right? Just an example. But if I use Spark, the processing happens in different machines, right? So Spark, so my machine, and also with my machine, there are 3-4 machines, whatever machine you opt for, right? And then the processing happen using 4 machine, 5 machine, right? That is what Spark does. Spark basically distributes the data and then do the processing. That is why Spark is faster. For example, suppose if I want to make a building, right? And if I have like I am working to make that building, it will take time. But suppose if I have 100 workers working for that particular to make that building, it will be faster. Another example, suppose if I want to count a box of coin and if I am alone counting, it will take time. But suppose if I have many people working with me, it will be faster, right? So that is what Spark does. Okay. All right. So now let me open another slide to show you that to make it very like simple to understand. All right. So suppose if I have this particular problem statement 2 minus 2, 2 plus 2, 1 plus 1. And if I want to do this particular calculation, right? In Spark, what it does, it divides the data to different workers and then provide you the output, which is faster. It Spark was in master slave concept. You have one master node and then the data is divided into different workers and then processing happens, right? That is what Spark does. All right. That is why Spark is faster. Now we understood why and what of Spark. Why of Spark is basically why Spark. Spark is basically needed for the distributed processing, for the parallel processing, for the in-memory processing. That is why Spark is important, and that is like we have understood why and what of Spark, right? Now, so suppose if I open Spark this, right? Spark is multi-language. You can write any language in Spark. You can write SQL in Spark. That you can write Python in Spark, right? You can write PySpark, you can write Spark SQL, so you can write many languages in Spark. Spark is library rich, so you can basically do stream processing in Spark, you can do SQL analytics in Spark, you can do an ML algorithm in Spark, you can do everything in Spark because Spark offers you library to do all everything. Okay. All right. Now let's understand why and what of Databricks. Okay. So now what Databricks is offering you? Databricks is basically offering you. So Spark is free, right? Everybody can use Spark, but uh, what Databricks is offering you. Suppose somebody can say, Abhishek, Spark is free, Spark is open source. We have learned Spark is open source, right? So if I go over here, Spark is open source, right? Basically, it's free. So why we are paying for it? Why we are paying for it for two Databricks? What Databricks is offering? Databricks is offering, suppose if I want to use Spark, I can download in my computer and then I can do the processing in my computer itself, right? I can just download Spark, pip install Spark, and then I can do the processing. But my computer has a processing power. It has 500 GB, suppose a processing power in my computer. But if somebody come to me and then say that Abhishek, you need to do the 1 TB processing and also you need to process it parallelly using different computers, right? Then I need to go to the market, purchase computer, right? And I don't want to do that because I don't want to take care of hardware and then whatever we have learned in the past, right? The benefit of the cloud. So what Databricks does for you? Databricks basically provide the machines, the computing power, uh, like and then different machines it provides you. Suppose if I go over here and if I am creating a cluster, for example, here you can see I am basically creating different machines over here. I am opting for a machine and then I'm mentioning how much machines I need, right? And then hence I'm paying for it. So that is what Spark Databricks offers you, right? Databricks offers you a computing engine, computing power, and also it offers like a SQL, so suppose Databricks has a capability that in Databricks you can do everything, right? So suppose if I open over here, what what makes Databricks important? Okay, so suppose I will open right Databricks wiki. Let's open this. So Databricks is global analytics artificial intelligence company founded in 2013 by creators of Apache Spark. So the guys who created Spark created Databricks. Okay. So the guys who created Spark created Databricks, right? And then using Databricks, you can basically do the processing, right? And Databricks is basically created by Apache Spark creators itself. So let me open this slide, which is basically, all right. So as we learn in data, using Spark, you can do everything, right? You can basically do data warehousing, you can do stream analytics, you can do data science, ML algorithms as well. So Databricks provides you the capability to do everything. You can do data warehousing as well. You can do data engineering as well. You can do stream processing as well. You can do data science and ML algorithms as well. And then everything you can see over here, right? So if I go over here in Databricks, you can see SQL, you can do data engineering, you can do ML algorithm as well. So in many of the company, they use just Databricks and then everything will be solved, right? So they basically use one stop solution for everything. And also Databricks is so offering good services using Spark. That is why it's opted by different companies as well. You have AWS Databricks, you have like a GCP Databricks, right? So if you learn Databricks, you can ideally apply for jobs in any of the cloud, right? Because it's opted by all of the cloud, right? So you basically you have Azure Databricks as well, right? So you have like, so though we will be focusing on Azure Databricks, but you can ideally apply a job if you're learning Databricks. You can it works everywhere in a different same manner, right? So why and what of Spark? Why Spark? Spark is basically a framework for big data processing. That is why Spark is important. It does the in-memory processing and parallel processing, right? Why and what of Databricks? Why Databricks? Because Databricks is created by the creators of Spark, and it provides you the capability of doing data warehousing, data engineering, ML algorithm, stream processing, everything that makes Databricks a one unified solution for everything, right? That is why Databricks is important. What is Databricks? Databricks is basically a platform provided by the creators of Apache Spark itself to do data processing. Okay, that is what the Databricks is. All right. All right. So now why and what of Databricks we have learned, right? And then if I open the this slide. So now for the transformation, for generally Databricks is being used for big data processing and transformation, right? That is what we use. That is what we do in Databricks. Okay. Using ADF, we basically do the data migration from source to destination. We do the data migration using ADF, right? And then Synapse Analytics is mix of both. Like so to basically target the if you're targeting big data processing, you should only and only focus on Databricks and Spark. But if you're learning, like suppose if you're focusing on data engineering, right, and then you want to hop around, like you should also learn about Data Factory, which is a data migration tool from one place to another. That is what you should focus on, right? So Data Factory is a basically a no code tool. You don't need to write any code, and then the migration can be done using Data Factory, right? So suppose if I open Data Factory, all right. So if I open Data Factory is a migration tool, right? So suppose if I paste a copy data activity over here, Data Factory will help you to migrate data. You can define a source, you can define a sink, and then your migration of the data will be completed. So that is why here, the extract part I have written Data Factory or Synapse Analytics pipeline. Cloud storage is just a storage. Transformation can be done using Databricks if you have big amount of data, or SQL stored procedure or ADF data flows as well can be used for the transformation, right? And then you have a dashboarding. So these are the tools you should focus on. Data Factory is a migration tool. Databricks is a big data processing Spark tool, right? And then you have a SQL stored procedure, ADF data flows, right? So these are the data engineering tool. Now, coding is required or not, right? So to learn Databricks, coding is required, right? So to learn Databricks, if you want to learn Databricks, you should know either one of the language, or SQL or Python, right? Not both of them, because in Databricks you can write all the language, right? So coding is required to learn Databricks, but for learning Data Factory, the coding is not required. So suppose if you are a guy, and if you are a guy who doesn't know SQL or Python, right, and you don't know you don't have any knowledge about SQL and Python, then you should start with Data Factory. And if you know SQL or Python, you should start with Databricks, right? So that you have understanding of like a language, a SQL or Python, you can start with Databricks in that case, right? So this is my recommendation. And how much coding is required? So suppose if you know SQL, and if you know like a basic understanding of like how to filter the data, how to apply a where clause, how you can select top two, top three employees, right? Top three employees salary, for example, and how to join the data, right? If I given you the condition to join five data set, can you join five data set? Can you apply a filter? Can you do the aggregation? If you know all of this basics, then it's good enough, right? You can start learning. And if you know this basics either in one of the languages, SQL or Python, it's enough to learn Databricks, right? And then you can enhance, and then you can learn more, right? All right. And who can learn data engineering? Everybody can learn data engineering, right? It's not like a fresher can learn data engineering, or 5 years more a guy can learn data engineering, right? So everybody can learn data engineering. As a fresher, I feel that data engineering is a very, very good field. Reason being that suppose if you are a fresher and if you start your job in a field which is not futuristic, right? Then you need to switch your job after 3 to 4 years in a different field, which is very, very difficult. But cloud is a next big thing, right? Every company is opting for a cloud, and then as a fresher, it's very a good opportunity for you to opt for a technology which is futuristic, right? And then if you basically write relevant skill set, relevant project in your resume, instead of writing some sort of a event of your college, right? Sometimes there's a mistake in fresher that they write all the events which they do in the college. If you don't do that mistake, if you write relevant skill set, relevant project related to a job, and then you can switch. All the events which you have done is also good, but there should be the company will hire you only and only if you're like showing relevant skill set related to a job, then only the company will hire you, right? So if you do that and if you regularly apply, you will get a job, right? And if you are a more than 10 years of experience, 5 years of experience, then you should learn a skill set and projects accordingly, and then you can switch, right? Now suppose if you are 3 to 4 years of experience guy, and then how like if you are a right fit for Azure data engineering, let's go into that particular topic. So I have trained people from Power BI background, I have trained people from Informatica background, I have trained people from SSIS background, data analyst, database administrator. Beside this, if you are from the sales background, if you are from marketing background, if you are from any other background, you can also learn data engineering, right? uh, the you just need to choose like the course and then curriculum accordingly, and then you can learn data engineering without any problem. So I have like trained all kinds of people. I have trained people as a fresher, I have trained people who are from sales marketing background, I have trained people who are an Informatica developer having 7 years of experience. I have trained people who are from the database admin background, and then learning data engineering, right? So I will help you with each and everything, and then you can basically learn data engineering without any problem. Okay. All right, guys. So now what we will do, I will just stop for some time, and then we will take 3 to 4 questions, and then we will move forward. Okay. So I will give you guys a chance so that you can speak and then ask question if you have any. Okay. So what about the people who have more than uh, 15 years of IT experience? What are the roles you should target? So probably 1 second. Somebody who returned the question can please explain the profile, from in which profile you have 15 years of experience. It's Sudhir, I guess. Sudhir, can you please explain? I have given you unmute option, so you can probably unmute yourself if you want to. Guys, can you unmute yourself? All right. So besides Sudhir, anybody has another question, guys? Guys, you can speak. If you have any question, please speak. You can directly ask question if you have any.
Hi Abhishek, this
Yeah,
is Tyagarajan from
yeah,
Chennai.
yeah.
I
Hi,
have
Jagraj.
totally 15 years of experience with PLSQL. Okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
PLSQL developer. Now I want to switch over to the data engineering part.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, is it easy for me to switch over, or uh,
So
I
nothing is
want?
easy to be honest, right? So if you invest time, if you invest
No, no, no.
like yeah.
I'm not asking like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to check with you whether I can move to data engineering because
Yes, you
you
can
have
move to
told,
data engineering. Yes,
yeah,
because you are from the
okay,
PL SQL background, and
yeah,
as the data size is increasing, besides SQL, you need to also learn the different processing mechanism, which is also there. And you can start with Databricks because you have already understanding of SQL, and
okay,
then you can switch. It's doable. Yes.
okay, okay. Thank you. Thanks, Abhishek. Yeah.
And then, suppose Sudhir has written that he is a database admin domain, right? So if I just talk about so how to switch. So suppose the people who has 15 years of experience, uh, and then somebody also told that it has a PL SQL background. So what we will do projects, right? We will do 4 to 5 projects, right? And then I will help you to write the project in your resume, right? And then I will also help you to basically show the previous experiences to show those experience in the cloud world, right? So I will also try to help you, like suppose if you have done some sort of a SQL project in your past, then I will help you to write that particular project in a cloud SQL database, right? So that will also enhance your profile. You can use your previous experience as well, and then you can use the current learning as well. You can write all the learning in your resume. You can write probably suppose if you are a pre 15 years of SQL background, then you can write like I have 10 years of or 11 years of experience into the SQL, and 3 4 year you can show experience in the Azure cloud world, and then you can show the experience by doing projects with me, right? So it's like, and then when you're giving the interview, you can like answer all the questions because we'll do the projects together, and then you can switch your profile, right? This is how you can target. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Abhishek. This is Sujan here.
Mhm.
I have around 16 years experience working as a Oracle DP performance engineer.
Mhm.
So I tried going through this Azure data engineering course once, and I tried outside as well, applying for an interview and all. So the main challenge I faced was concepts wise, the tool wise, if at all I managed to explain also, but they'll start asking the real world basically the project experience. That is where we get stuck actually. Like how did because I'm from the Oracle background, right? So they asked me like, why would you use Azure this one for data engineering purpose and all? So because Oracle has its own cloud, and yeah, such kind of some challenging questions related to project, which I'll not be able to answer most of the time. Uh, so how would we,
So
you know?
during
Uh,
the interview, so suppose the question example which you have given that hey, Oracle has its own cloud, why you switch to Azure? It is very particular question, right? So so now suppose I will just give you another example that hey, how much data volume you have used in the project? What is the technical challenges you have faced in the project? And how the develop, like what was your role in the project? And then so suppose this kind of question, and then what are the transformation you have done in the project, how you have done the optimization of your pipeline, how you have done the optimization of Spark code, how so all of these questions will be catered during the course curriculum. Now, when you're giving an interview, and then if you have a space, so suppose the questions, all the scenario based question, all the question related to project, like it's difficult to cover in the interview because all the questions, sometimes the questions comes from your profile, just like the question which you have given just told, right? So it comes from the profile that can be catered by discussion, right? So you can probably discuss those questions with me separately, and then I will try to answer or help you with those questions. But the scenario based question will be catered during the course curriculum itself,
Okay.
because I know what other question can be answered. But again, I said, like, all the questions cannot be catered because sometimes the questions comes from your background, and that can be catered by the discussion once you give the interview.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
Hi
right, guys.
Abhishek. So
Yeah.
I have 11 years of experience
Mhm,
and I am into ETL and
mhm,
data quality testing.
mhm.
So if I want to move to data engineering, how much experience I need to show
It
minimum?
depends. So I will come to that particular part. So it depends on how much your salary range which you are targeting, and I will come to that, right? So please wait for some time. Once I go to the course curriculum and project, I will talk about that.
Okay. And suppose someone has 5 years of experience as a data engineer,
Mhm.
then how many projects he has to mention in the
I
resume?
will also come to that.
Okay.
Okay, please wait for some time. I will come to that. Okay. All right, guys. So let's move ahead, right? And somebody has written, what is Synapse? Is it required to learn different cloud for data engineering? No, only one cloud is enough. The data structure algorithm is required for data engineers. It's so suppose if you're giving interviews, right? Out of 10 company, 1 to 2 company can ask you for data engineer, the data structure and algorithm, but not all the company will ask you for that, right? It's so suppose if you know SQL and Python, the understanding of SQL and Python, you can go for it. But if you know, like, or not all the company will ask for it, right? Just to be very direct. In what are the days and timing it will come, right? What is Synapse? Synapse is basically the mix of data factory and Spark processing. That is what the Synapse is. Okay. So if you know Databricks, if you know Synapse, you can work with, sorry, if you know data factory and if you know Databricks, you can work with Synapse, right? All right. Is there any other question?
Abhishek, one more question. Suppose like we are not like I'm not aware of Databricks and I know only ETL process and cloud, get a job as a data
Depending
engineer.
depending upon the experience. Suppose if you're writing 5 years of experience, if you have 5 years of experience, then you should know Databricks. If you're writing 2 to 3 years of experience, it's okay if you know only data factory or ETL process. Okay. But please wait for some time. If your question is not answered, I will again take up your question. Okay. So, but your question will be definitely answered in next, like the topics which I will explain. Okay. All right. So, what's the roadmap? Okay. So, let's come to that. Like, right. What's the roadmap? What is the roadmap you can follow to learn data engineering? Right. What is the courses which we can learn? Right. So, let's go to that part now. Okay. So now, coming to the roadmap, let me show you the roadmap of the Databricks, right? First of all, okay. So the Databricks, to learn Databricks, as I told, you should know SQL or Python. Or is a big word here. Or, right? Not both. Then the step 2 is data lakehouse fundamental, right? That is already we will teach you the lakehouse fundamental, but it's free, right? So suppose you can go to lakehouse like Databricks platform and then do the certification to just learn about the lakehouse fundamental, okay? And I will help you to step 3, which is follow this particular course curriculum, learn Azure fundamental, learn about Spark architecture, learn about cluster and workspace management, learn about the transformation in Databricks and Spark, learn about Delta Lake and Delta Table, learn about Git integration, learn about Spark optimization, learn about orchestration, learn about Unity Catalog, and then how to write projects, how to prepare for the interview. I will help you with everything, okay? So this is the roadmap we will follow to learn Azure, Databricks, and Spark. This is the course curriculum we'll follow, okay? Now, if I show you the exact the course curriculum, right? Let me open this. One second. All right. So what basically, like, suppose in this course curriculum we will do this particular we will, one second, let me open. Yeah. All right. So in Databricks and Spark course, what are the topics we'll cover? As I told, right? So this the course duration is 2 months, right? What are the topics we'll cover? We'll cover like Databricks and Spark architecture. We'll cover the Databricks overview. Like we will cover RDD data frame. We will cover what are the different transformation you can do using Databricks and Spark, right? And what is the Delta Lake, Delta Table? How to process different kinds of file? What are the different kinds of tables? Like the DevOps practice, the Git integration, right? And then understanding Unity Catalog, S3 type implementation, Lakehouse implementation, Medallion architecture implementation, and then the Spark optimization, such as like understanding your Spark UI, directed acyclic graph, cluster management, and then all the different techniques of Spark optimization. We'll cover that, okay? Then we'll cover two architecture diagram. This is a Lakehouse architecture diagram, very latest Medallion architecture, Lakehouse architecture we'll cover in this particular project. And then this is the second project we will cover. And then I will help you to write both of the project in the resume, okay? Right? And this is the overall course curriculum, okay? Now, what is the um, so now what different we offered, right? Let's talk about that, okay? So now suppose if you want to learn Databricks, what you can do, you can also go to YouTube. For example, I can go to YouTube. And then I can write Databricks and Spark over here. Suppose I write Azure Databricks, right? And I can start watching these videos, right? For free, I can watch these videos, right? I don't need to pay for it. I can learn for free. Then you can ask me, Abhishek, why basically I should learn from you, right? And or you can go to Udemy and then also learn, right? But what different we are offering, right? We are basically offering you a service in which we will help you with everything. We will help you to basically, like, suppose if you go to YouTube, you will probably get confused that which video I should watch and how much I should watch and how much I should learn. And if you go to the Udemy, right, so you will enroll for one of the course curriculum, you learn one course, but you will not understand how to show this course curriculum in the resume. But I will help you with everything. I will basically help you to, first of all, do projects, right? That to real time, like what is the real time project which is happening in the company. I will help you with that. And I am working as well. There are many trainers in the market who are not working, who are providing the full-time training, right? So I will help you to basically learn what is happening, right? And then after every class, there is a homework. If you see, after every class, we'll give you the homework. And then after every class is basically happening real time, as in like I am doing everything during the class and then showing you everything, right? So suppose if I like go to any of the class, right? Everything is happening on a real time basis, right? On a real time, as in like in the class itself, everything is happening, right? I'm showing you the creation of everything. I am basically showing you everything. And after every class, there is a homework and there is a recording. If you see, right? After every class, there is a homework and there is a recording. And then like, and if you see that, suppose this is the one of the project which we are doing end to end, right? And then suppose, as I told, there are two projects. This is the one of the project which also we are implementing till end to end. And this is the another project which we are implementing end to end and showing you, right? And also after doing both of the project, we will help you to basically write both of the project in the resume, right? So this is the project explanation. Then we will give you the sample resume to prepare your own resume by all the learning which we have done. And then we will give you the interview question, topic wise the interview question, then the company wise interview question. So whenever you go for the job, what are the things you need? You basically need projects, you need resume to write the projects, then you need interview question to practice, and then you apply, right? We will help you with everything, and we will help you because I have done it many times, so I can basically assist you to understand what is actually required, right? And also you can discuss with me. Sometimes somebody is told that Abhishek, I'm facing these challenges, so you can probably discuss with me as well, right? And also our batch size will be small, right? So say like in our batch you'll find 20 to 30 students, right? And some people will say that Abhishek, 20 to 30 is also a big number, right? But I can cater those students, right? I can basically understand and help those students. That is why, but it's not like 400 500 students will be there. There will be less students and I can cater them, right? And I will help you till the end. I will basically write the projects and then do the resume preparation and then the interview question. I will help you with everything, right? So this is about Databricks and Spark course, right? All right. And then this is the roadmap, right? Now somebody can say, Abhishek, I don't know SQL or Python, right? Or like I don't know about that. Okay. Then as I told, you should start with data factory in that case. Okay. So if you don't have any understanding of SQL or Python, you should start with data factory. So suppose if I go in the website. So as I told, right, I'm talking about this particular course curriculum, which is a Databricks and Spark course curriculum. Okay. So as I told, right, new to Azure tech, seeking big data analytics, and this is what we will learn, Databricks and Spark, basic to advanced, and then we will do 2 to 3 projects, right? And then this is the course curriculum, I'm talking about that. But suppose if you don't know SQL and you don't know Python, right? Then you can start with this data engineering one. Azure data engineering involve both of them, right? But you can start with this, in which it's made for the person who don't have any coding experience, because data factory is basically a no code tool. So you can start with this in that case. New to Azure, no coding background, you can start with this if you don't know any sort of a coding, right? And in this particular course curriculum, we will basically cover um, like these projects. Okay, this is the one data factory project we'll cover. And then mostly this course's curriculum is centered around data factory. We will basically do Azure subscription, data lake, lookup activity, delta load, full load, all of that will cover, right? And then we will do 3 projects. This is one of the project, this is the second project, and this is the third project, right? We will learn about data factory in a very detailed manner, Databricks, very basic, Synapse basics, right? But yeah, so this is what will be covered. All right, new to course curriculum, ADF basic to advanced, Databricks basic to mid, Synapse basic to mid, right? And then you can write 3 years of experience, you can write 3 years of experience, right? Now, if I summarize everything, summarize everything, in Databricks and Spark course curriculum, you can write 3 to 4 years of experience you can write by doing Databricks and Spark course. What will be taught we will be teaching you basic to advanced level Databricks, basic to advanced level Spark, Unity Catalog, Modiglian architecture. We'll do 3 projects. The benefit is after doing Databricks and Spark, you can basically apply to any of the job, AWS Databricks, GCP Databricks. You can apply any of the jobs. We will learn Spark and Spark architecture in detailed manner. We will learn big data processing. We'll learn Unity Catalog, Modiglian architecture. How much experience you can show? You can show 3 to 4 years of experience. The basic knowledge of SQL and Python is required. The package expectation only after learning only Databricks and Spark, you can target 15 to 20 LPA, right? The batch start time date is 23rd of January. The class timing is 8 p.m. IST, so you can join from tomorrow. Okay, so only one class, a basic class, has happened in which I have just explained what I have explained today, right? Which I took yesterday, right? But I can give you the recording of that. But it's just like the very basic, how to get a subscription, all of that. But you can join from tomorrow. Okay, so this particular Databricks and Spark course. Now, suppose if you don't know SQL, if you don't know Python, right? You don't have any coding experience. Then you can enroll for this data engineering course curriculum, which also provides you 3 years of experience. We will learn ADF basic to advanced, Databricks basic to mid, Synapse basic to mid, warehousing basic to mid. We'll do 3 projects. Benefit is we'll learn about data migration, we'll learn about full load, delta load. How much experience you can show? You can show 3 to 4 years of experience. Learn from the scratch. Salary expectation up to 15 to 20 LPA. For this particular batch will start in February, right? But if once you enroll today, right? Once you enroll today, we will give you the recording of all the classes. That gives you time to basically pre-prepare by watching all the recording. You can probably learn SQL as well, right? And then you can start attending the class from 15th of February. But we'll give you the recording today for all the session which has happened in the past, okay? Once you enroll. Then there's a combined course, right? So suppose somebody says, Abhishek, I am 10 years of experience, I am 15 years of experience, my salary expectation is more than 20 LPA, right? Then in that case, you should learn both of the course curriculum, because if you're targeting like more salary or more experience, right, you should learn both of them, right? So you should learn data engineering and also like data factory and also data engineering, right? So you should enroll for the combined course in that case. Each of the course will go for 2 months. The combined course will go for 4 months, right? We will learn Databricks first and then we'll learn data factory, okay? So this is about the combined course, 5 and more years of experience. What will be taught? Everything will be taught. We'll do 6 projects. How much experience you can show? You can show for 5 years of experience. The benefit is you will learn everything. Who can do this? Anybody can do this. Salary expectation is more than 20 to 25 LPA, right? And this is the comparison of all the courses, right? In data engineering, you can write 3 years of experience, 3 years of experience. In combined course, you can write more than 5 years of experience. What will be taught? Basic to advanced level, ADF, basic to mid-level, Databricks, basic to mid-level, Synapse, warehousing, basic to mid-level, Databricks, basic to advanced, Synapse, Spark, basic to advanced, Unity catalog, Marina architecture. In combined course, both will be taught. So in very brief manner, if you know SQL and Python, you should enroll for Databricks and Spark course. And also, if you have more like salary expectation, you should enroll for combined course in that case, right? If you don't know any SQL and Python, you should enroll for data engineering course, right? And so who can do this? Learn from the scratch. SQL knowledge required. Learn from the scratch, right? And this is the salary expectation, okay? All right. So this is about the course curriculum. This is about the summary about the different courses, right? And then suppose the class, like the class will happen now. For all the courses there is a recording as well. Suppose somebody wants to go for the recording, right? So for all the courses there is a recording as well, right? So for data engineering also you can go for the recording. Database and Spark also go for the recording. Combined course also for the recordings, right? So in this, it's not a live class. The recording is not a live class. We will give you the recording, right? So like suppose if you go for the recording, you can also opt for that, okay? All the classes are recorded and given to you. Now, coming to the enrollment process, right? How we can enroll for the course curriculum. So now the price of individual course is 20,000 rupees. The combined course is 40,000 rupees. And then the batch start date of data engineering is 15th of February, right? The timing is 8 p.m. IST. It will go for 2 months except Wednesday and weekend. You will get the recording today, right? As it is starting from 15th of February, you can get the recording today, right? But if you enroll today, you'll get the course in 17,000 rupees only, okay? For database and Spark course, right? You need to pay 18,500 rupees if you enroll today. And then you can start attending from tomorrow. For combined course as well, you can pay instead of 40,000 rupees. If you enroll for both of the courses, you need to pay 31,500 rupees, and then you can enroll today by paying this much amount of money, right? How to register? You can ping me on WhatsApp and I will send you the enrollment link, and so that you can register, okay? All right, so this is the enrollment link, right? So I will give you the enrollment link so that you can enroll for the course curriculum, right? And then again, right? So this offer is only and only valid till today, okay? All right, so now I feel people have the question regarding the courses and this, right? So I will give you a chance so that you can ask question if you have any doubt in the enrollment process and any doubt in the course curriculum, which course to go for. Anything, if you have any doubt, you can probably ask, or also if you have the doubt related topic which will be covered, you can ask now. And again, one last point. Sorry, like let me complete one last point. And also for all the course curriculum, as I told, what different we are offering, we are basically offering you everything. Like so to do the project, to write the project, to make it the resume, to basically um, and also we'll take the mock interview in the last, right? So we will help you with everything. And also the batch size is small, right? And then we'll provide you real-time experience because I am basically working. So I will teach what I have done in the previous companies. Okay. All right. So please enroll if you're
Yeah.
interested and enroll today. Okay. All right. So now somebody has a question, you can ask now.
Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, actually, currently I'm working in DXC and I have experience of 3 years. Basically, I'm working as a support in Elasticsearch and Grafana Labs. Okay. So from last 1 year, I'm studying Azure, like Data Factory, and recently I started learning ADB, Databricks, and PySpark also.
Mhm,
So, like currently, as I've already informed, like I have experience in support. Currently, I just moved in development like 1 month ago in Elastic only. But I want to work in Azure data engineering part. Okay,
mhm,
it can be Data Factory also or Databricks or PySpark anything because I have a knowledge in SQL as well as Python.
mhm,
Okay, like I did all these things in my college time also. Okay, but currently I'm not using these two languages in my project because it's a Elasticsearch. Okay, basically containing JSONs and all YML, XML, all those stuffs. Okay, so what you are suggesting, which course will be better for me? And the second question is like, is it is Azure? So the Azure subscription, like we have to buy or we have to take a free one or
Yeah, let me
what is it?
describe that.
Can you
So
please?
now, yeah, so first of all, let me take the subscription question. So the Azure
Hmm.
subscription is free for a month. By using a credit card or debit card, you can use Azure for free for a month. And after that, you can
Mhm.
create another account by using another credit card, another email ID for 1 month again, and then you can keep on creating account to use it for free. But suppose if it is
Mhm.
a overhead for you, like you want to use once and then you can also upgrade your account to pay as you go, which
Mhm.
will cost you for the practice purpose 1000 to 1500 rupees a month, not more than that. So suppose if I just like go to subscription, open this, and then if I go to invoices, um, I'm showing you my invoice, but like in general, it's just so for me, if you see it, it's around 3000, 3000, 2000, 2000, 2100, right? So this is the general amount which I am paying, and I am basically teaching so many students doing some sort of ad hoc POC. But in general, for practice purpose, for my students, cost 1000 to 1500 rupees if they upgrade. So either you can upgrade your
Mhm.
account to pay as you go, or you can keep on creating account for free. So it's your choice, right? And then coming to the first question, that which course you can go for. If you know SQL and Python, you can go for Databricks and Spark course. And suppose if your expectation is up to 15 to 20 LPA, then you can only do Databricks and Spark course. Use your previous experience, try to switch. And if your expectation is more than that, for example, if you're aiming for 25 or 30 LPA, you should learn Databricks and Spark, and also you should learn Data Factory. In that case, you should enter for the combined course.
So for the Databricks and Spark for like big data, in this course, you will be not covering that ADF like SCD and all those stuffs, right?
I will cover SCD implementation in Databricks. I will cover SCD implementation in Databricks, and ADF overview I will cover. Like in one of the project I'm using ADF. So I will cover ADF overview, but not in a detailed manner that what is full load pipeline, what is delta load pipeline, that I will not cover in the part of a database and Spark code. That will be covered as a part of a combined course.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Anybody has
Abhishek,
any other question, guys?
yeah,
Yeah.
what is
Yes,
the
Naveen.
cost recording for Databricks and Azure data separately and combinedly?
Uh, can you please repeat your question?
What is the cost for recordings alone not for the classes, for
Yeah.
each of these courses.
Yeah, so you can check out the the cost of the recording in the website. It's like half of the price of the live classes. The course syllabus and everything is same. So you can check out the price in the website, and after the demo, I will also enable a particular discount. So you can get the discount and also get the recording. So suppose this is the enrollment process, right? So check the offers in the website for the pre-recorded material, which is also valid for the 24 hours. So this registration process will end today, right? And then for the recording, you can check the the price in the website. It's half of the price. Like suppose 9,000 is for the data engineering recording. For Databricks also 9,000. If you enroll for combined course, it's around 16,000 rupees. But I will enable some offers which you can also check out after the demo. Okay.
So is this
Okay.
a course for both Databricks and SpiceBug, or is it only for Azure data engineering?
Which course?
From tomorrow onwards, you're starting it with the Databricks and Spark, or
I'm starting tomorrow Databricks and Spark. If you enroll for combined course, first we will learn Databricks and Spark, then we'll learn data engineering.
if I want to go only for the Azure data engineering course?
Yeah, so if you want to go for only the Azure data engineering course, once you enroll today, right, and then you don't need to pay the full amount as well today. You just need to pay 10,000 rupees today. Once you enroll today, I will give you all the recording of the previous sessions. You can start at understanding, start learning from today, and then you can join in February. From 15th of February, you can join the sessions, and then that will give you the chance to prepare yourself and then start learning from 15th of February, and then you don't need to pay the full amount. You just need to pay 10,000 rupees, and then you can enroll.
Okay, it will be the different batch, or is it the same branch you are covering it?
So
Different
once I
batch.
cover, yeah, so it's same batch. Once I cover for, so suppose it's a different batch ideally, right? So once I cover Database and Spark, I start the data engineering, and hence you can start learning as well after that.
Okay, can I get that course curriculum in the website itself?
Yeah, you will get the
Only
course
for
curriculum in
Azure
the
data?
website. Yes, you will get the course
Oh,
curriculum in
okay.
the website. So let me show you guys. So suppose if I go over here, if I go to the live courses for all the course curriculum and check out the website, and then if I go over here, here you can download the full course curriculum. You can check out this course curriculum over here, right? So yeah, so you can get the course curriculum in the website directly. And also if I go over here, you can like all the course curriculum available in the website, you can get it from the website.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, guys, anybody has any question regarding the enrollment process or everything? So for data engineering course curriculum, you need to pay 10,000 rupees now, and then rest you can pay later, and then you can enroll. The link is there. You can get it in discount. And similarly for Databricks and Spark, and also for the combined course, the difference is this. Anybody has any other question, guys? We do have, it is the same course curriculum in the recorded lecture as well. It's exact same course curriculum. The only difference is in the live sessions, you are connecting with me regular basis. You have a particular set of schedule maintained, and also I will take mock interviews. I will discuss with you more, right? So that's sort of a more personal touch is there in live session, which is not there in the recorded session. Hence, there's a difference, but course wise, everything is same. All right, guys. Anybody has any other question? And also sometimes people want to learn fast. Like sometimes people have like, hey, after 2 weeks my project is starting. So probably you can go for the recorded lecture in that case. All right, guys. Anybody has any other question?
So Abhishek, so suppose we have a project and I'm only going for the Databricks course. So do we have any project where we also involve Azure Data Factory and Azure Databricks both.
Yes. So suppose if you only opt for the data engineering course curriculum, here there are three projects we are covering. We are covering a data factory course project, Databricks project, and also Synapse project. But data factory is taught in a detailed manner over here. Like out of 30 classes, 30 to 35 classes, we teach data factory in 25 classes. Databricks and Spark we teach in a basic level, and hence we'll do the project as well. If I show you the over here, this is the data engineering course curriculum, right? So if I open this course curriculum, here also we will do projects. So suppose like this is basics, then homework, a similar fashion, right? So class 6 homework, class 7 homework. Then like you have like a full load pipeline, then data migration document, how to do the data migration. Then we do the project like a Databricks project as well. But again, as you see that I am starting Databricks after covering 24 classes, right? So Databricks is covered in a very summary and then the mid level, and then we do the project explanation, then we do the assignment. I will give you the assignment, then the sample resume, similar fashion, teaching projects doing, and then writing the project in the resume, then doing the assignments, then preparing for the company wise interview question, topic wise interview question. The project is also there. These are the three projects we will do. Okay. All right.
How many projects you are doing for Databricks?
Three projects.
Okay, and the scripts you're providing, they're like end-to-end or ready-made scripts?
Sorry. Ready-made means, what do you mean by ready-made scripts?
Means we have to write side by side, or you're giving it in class itself?
I will give you the script, but I request my student to write by themselves. But sometimes the students are stuck and then they want the script. So I give the script as well at the same time.
Okay.
All right, guys. If there is no doubt, please enroll by using the link in the chat. So how we will, where to practice, I have covered in the Azure subscription recording roadmap. I have shown where to practice also in the Azure subscription. We'll practice everything. Interview preparation, like to prepare for the interview, right? As I told that I will basically, so as I was showing you before, for the interview preparation, all the interview questions are given to you. Like, so suppose if you go to LinkedIn, you will get so many interview questions, right? And then it makes you confused sometimes. So I give the interview question only and only the question from which like I have faced interview, right? Suppose if I go over here, for example, so I give multiple interview. This is a draft version of all the interview which I have given, right? So every 2 months, 3 months, I try to give the interviews, and then I try to prepare the interview question, right? So I give the interview question from my understanding and from my own experience, right? And then I will give you all the technical interview question, and also I will cover up the scenario based interview question, right? So suppose what are the technical challenges you have faced, what are the optimization technique you have done, what is the data size, data volume, all of that will be also covered as a part of a course curriculum, right? So which I was showing as well at the same time. So suppose if I go to this course curriculum, so suppose, yeah, scenario based question, and then how to introduce yourself, how to explain the project, how to enhance your Naukri.com profile and LinkedIn suggestions, right? And then the project explanation, those things will be given to you, and then scenario based question will be also given to you. What are the scenario based and managerial question can be answered, can be asked in the interview, will be also given to you. All right, guys. Then the coming to the part of salary to expect, and then what is the salary which you can expect worldwide? All right. So this is the salary range which you can expect. 0 to 3 years can get up to 15 LPA. 3 to 5 years can get up to 15 to 25 LPA. More than 5 years of experience can get 25 LPA, right? And then 0 to 3 years of experience guy can enroll for only one course, right? So if your expectation is less than 15 LPA, if you know SQL and Python, you can only enroll for Databricks course. If you don't know SQL and Python, you can only for the data engineering course. If your expectation is 15 to 20 LPA, then it's a sweet spot. It's your choice, right? You can enroll for one course and then you can try to get a job, or it's a sweet spot ideally. But if your expectation is more than 25 15 20 to 25 LP, you should enroll for the combined course in that case. And then similarly, what's the salary range which you can expect in US, Europe, and Dubai, which I have also written over here. It's from my experience from the student which is getting a job, but here and there number can be different, right? So somebody can also say that Abhishek, I have like 4 years of experience, but nobody's offering me this much amount of package. But it's like up to the experience. Like yes, the numbers are not very fixed. It's just from the experience, right? So this is the salary range which you can expect in US, Europe, Dubai, and also in India. Yeah, guys. So this is about the salary range which you can expect, and then courses which you can do accordingly. Okay. Now coming to the last part of the certification which you can do. Okay. So suppose if I go over here, guys, please mute yourself.
ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕರೆದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಹಂಗೆ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತೆ.
All right, 1 second. I have muted. All right. So I will open the certification part now. All right. So the certification part is generally this, right? So you should start with Azure Fundamental, which is available for everyone. Everyone who's switching to Azure Cloud should do this Azure Fundamental, which gives you the fundamentals of Azure in general, right? So if you're going for admin as well, you should start with the fundamental. This is a basic certification you should start with. Then if you want to do the data engineering, we'll start with data engineering data fundamental, which tells you about different data, different file format, and then different data products which is there in Azure, right? So this certificate talks about that. Then you can go for Lakehouse fundamental, in which you understand the Databricks fundamental, right? And then this Lakehouse fundamental is offered by Databricks. The previous certificate is offered by Microsoft, and Databricks and Microsoft is different entity. This certificate is offered by Microsoft. Then you can go for data engineer associate certification. Then you can go for Lakehouse data engineer professional certification. Then you can go for data engineer certification in the last, because data engineer certification can tells you that you can basically do everything in Azure related to data engineering, right? So this is the certification path which you can follow if you are aiming for the certificate, right? So this is about the certification path and also the salary range which you can expect. Now I have covered all the topics which I wanted to cover. Now if you want to enroll for the course curriculum, please use the link given in the chat and then enroll. And if you have any doubt related to anything, I'm still here, but I'm done with the demo. If you don't have any question, good night. See you tomorrow in the class if you are enrolling for the course, right? But I'm still here. If you have any doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask question if you have any. Now somebody has one last, like, let me answer just the question which is there in the chat. Is there any fast track course available for someone who is working as a data engineer? So the fast track course is recorded lecture. Okay, so you can go for the recording and then learn. Sometimes people reach out to me and say that, Abhishek, can you teach in 1 week? I can teach in 1 week. Can you learn in 1 week? No, it's not possible to learn in 1 week, because suppose I just give you example, every course is 30 to 35 hours, right? Once I teach for 30 to 35 hours in a week, I can teach in 30 to 35 hours in a week. But at the same time, you need to invest at least 50 to 60 hours to practice. Then giving 100 hours of your time in a week, it's not possible, right? So you can enroll for the recording, you can see how you can learn fast, right? And then you can learn, right? But that is what you can go for. Okay, do we have project? Yes, we have a project. Now somebody is asking the link again, so let me send the link again for the enrollment process so that you guys can enroll. All right, guys, so somebody was asking the doubt. So yeah, you can go ahead if you have any doubt.
Abhishek, so I have one last query. Uh, do you have any one-to-one mentorship program if needed that can be provided from your end?
One-to-one mentorship program, yes, it's provided. It can be provided, but it will be dealt separately, not the part of a course curriculum. Like you can anyways ask doubt one-to-one to me, and then but suppose if you want a dedicated support for 4 hours in which you want me to mentor you, that can be done, but it should be dealt separately. But if you're enrolling for the course curriculum, you can anyways discuss doubt with me. That is why the batch size is small, right? So you can discuss with me. But suppose if I the batch size is 400 students, that it's very difficult to speak one-to-one. But
Mhm.
yeah, but yeah, so if you just want to speak for some time one-to-one, just like we are speaking right now, we can probably speak during the class and also after the class for some time, right? Half an hour, 1 hour is okay. But suppose if you need a dedicated support that needs a separate, that needs to be dealt separately.
Yeah, okay. So we can reach out to you on the number given, WhatsApp
Yeah.
number, whatever you have told.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys. Anybody has any other question?
Hi, Abhishek.
Mhm.
Like you mentioned during this demo that you will also provide discounts on the recorded courses.
Yeah. So I will enable the discount in the website. You can check out the website. You will get the discount. You'll see the discount over there itself, and then you can enroll.
Sure.
And that discount will be again valid only for 24 hours, and then it will be gone. So if you want to enroll, just enroll till tomorrow, and then it will be gone. Okay.
Sure.
All right, guys. Anybody has any other question? Yeah, somebody is asking that data engineering certificate is retired the March end, and after that there is only a fabric certificate. Yes, you are right. So data engineering certificate will be retired in this March, and then there will be only the fabric certificate. But if you are learning the data factory, Databricks, the fabric works in exact same manner, so that's not a problem. So whosoever is preparing for data engineering certificate can also do the fabric certificate without any problem, I feel so. All right, guys. Anybody has another question? If you don't have any question, please enroll for the using the link in the chat, and then we'll meet tomorrow during the class. Okay. All right, guys. So that's all for the demo. I'm still here if you have any doubt. Thank you so much for attending the demo. I am done. Right. If you don't have any doubt, good night. We'll see you tomorrow if you're enrolling for the course. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello, Abhishek.
Yes.
Yes, I have a small doubt that which one is better, that Databricks or EDM? Is there any comparison between them?
So again, I will ask if you know SQL Python, if a background is more on processing, like SQL processing, you should enroll for Databricks and Spark.
Okay,
So
okay.
what's your background?
Yeah, I already know Informatica and
SQL, right?
yeah,
So and then how much experience you have?
3 years.
And what's the salary? So suppose, yeah, so if you're expecting more than 20 LPA, then you should enroll for the combined course. If you're expecting less than 20 LPA, you should enroll for Databricks and Spark course. If you don't know SQL and Python, you should enroll for data engineering course.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the demo. We'll meet tomorrow. Please enroll by using the link in the chat. See you then. Bye.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.